That's why I said this is the start of our tomorrow. My bones, 10 pieces all on my own. Try to pretend nothing's falling apart. The skin I grew up in didn't even care. All in all, wasting my days trapped in my skull. Feel so alone, but I'm not lonely at all. Do you even wanna take that slow? Won't you give me some space? Well, I just got a face to pray. I'm fighting and giving, swear I'm not falling apart. I wait until the sixth season to even care. All in all, wasting my days trapped in my skull. Feel so alone, but I'm not lonely at all. Do you even wanna take that slow? Won't you give me some space? Well, I just got a face to pray. What is wrong with me? Just let me be. I don't know what is wrong with me. Just let me be. Break the chains of history. I am lost in my own reality. Take my skin, tear to pieces.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? How's it going? Big old drop happened last night and today. Been talking about it for quite some time. Said we're in a bear market. Some people didn't like to accept that fact, and they got dunked on. They got their pants dropped from under them. And, you know, a lot of people are going to stand there and say, how did you call this? You didn't know. You just say things. And man, I've been screaming bear market since April. So for those of you that have kind of followed my analysis, followed me in Discord, and followed me on YouTube across this 6-month journey, thanks for being here. Appreciate you listening and learning along the way. So we've got some analysis we can give. Where are we looking to bounce? What's happening? What's next? And to be honest, it looks pretty ugly. You know, I've got this daily pulled out. Yeah, I'm loving this dump. But I've got this daily pulled out, and I just try to keep it's very simple and sweet for you guys. You know, a lot of people are saying 37, 36, 35. Guys, look where the next support is. All right? Look where our next support is. Look how it's acted as support in the past. So there was nothing stopping Bitcoin moving up. Ultimately moving up from 20K until we got to 40. Okay, so 40 is very clear resistance. When we hit 40, we went all the way down to 30 with really no bounce. You know, the first 3 days, we went all the way to 30, you know, with a small bounce. And then we went all the way back down to 30, and then went back down to 30. And then when we went up, broke 40K, we went all the way to virtually 60K before another drop. Back in May, when we lost 40K, we went all the way down to 30K again. Bounced all the way to 42 and went all the way down to 30K, not once, but twice after that. Move forward, we move up to 52, come back down to 40, 42, which has been telltale support. The thing I'm trying to get you guys to realize is when we lose 42, we go to 30. We don't go to 32. We don't go to 33. We go to 30K before bounce. We are currently at 36,600 United States doll hairs. And I want you guys to get in your mind that this thing could easily go back down to 30. So I don't want anyone to be confused and say that there are other support zones in this area. There are not. It's 30K. 30K. Crypto Mike, man, what's up? Yeah, I've got my a big old whiskey Coke in here. It's the Drink of Champions. Oh, mine is very strong. What's up, Svens? What's up, Omar? Dump it, yeah. I know damn well you like being in this dump. Yeah, man. I've been waiting for this for months. This whole bullshit move. Well, really, I mean, this is your dead cat bounce. This spoofing just to make a double top. Huge bull trap. If you guys have ever traded double tops, you know that we go up and make the second top with extremely low volume. You know, I wish it didn't happen the way it did, but it happened the way it did. Check the weekly. We have room to drop to the 200 moving average. Yeah, I mean, we have plenty of time to dump. I mean, I think ultimately, like, stocks are looking horrible. And if we go under a recession like Bitcoin, this could be the end of Bitcoin. You know, on a being very dramatic here. Bitcoin has never seen a bear market. And when I say Bitcoin, I mean all of crypto. Crypto has never seen the world in a bad place, right? So being a very volatile asset, what is going to happen to crypto if the stock market tanks 20 to 50%? We saw the stock market tank 20% when the COVID crash happened, and Bitcoin lost 80% of its value in 3 days. What happens next, right? What happens if stocks go down 50% over a year? Will Bitcoin go down 99%, or you know, will everyone sell it and never use it? To be honest, I think Bitcoin will always stay alive. What will its value be? I have no idea. I have no idea if it'll drop down to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 15,000. I can't tell you the bottom, but I can tell you that we are down well close to 50%. We are down to 50% from all-time highs, and historically, we drop about 75 to 80% before continuing the next leg up. So basically, we drop 80% on average. That marks the bottom during the crypto winter, crypto bear market, and then we go back up and make new all-time highs. Will that happen again? I have no idea. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is certain. These people that keep telling you 100K, keep telling you new all-time highs every 4 years, new this, new that. This is guaranteed. Nothing in investing is guaranteed. There's always a risk. Okay, don't let anyone tell you that we're going to go to 100K. I think Bitcoin will go to 100K, but it's not certain. It's not guaranteed. Camille, yo, what's up? I called the bottom. Guess what? Moon Carl picked up. That guy's a joke. He's a joke. He bought a, what was it? He bought like a Bugatti, showed all his followers, and then the price of Bitcoin dropped 50%. What a douchebag. What a douchebag. 34,170 is the place we will start to bounce. Did you not hear the first 5 minutes of me talking? There is no support between here and 30K. What do I think? According to RSI, I think we could continue dropping. It's happened in the past. Daily RSI in 2018 was all the way down to 9. We're currently at 22. We could very well see more dump. I don't think RSI is I mean, granted, we're probably near or somewhat near a bounce. You know, RSI is very, very oversold on the daily. But with that said, I mean, people could just keep selling. I mean, there's no guaranteed we're going to bounce, right? Yo, what up, Bart? How's it going? How's it going? 30K, 30K. Let's get 30K all day. I'm ready for it. I'd like a nice trade soon. I took this long here and got wrecked. Nah, just kidding. I had good risk management and didn't really get wrecked. Check the weekly? Yeah, sure. I'll check the weekly. Give me a second because I'm going to go over like my macro stuff and then and I definitely will. But all right, I'm gonna start with the Nasdaq today. Something I found in the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq, I believe throughout the Nasdaq's history, every time we've lost the 50 weekly moving average, things have gotten a little bit ugly. Unfortunately, TradingView doesn't go back to the 90s, but the Nasdaq has lost the 50 weekly moving average. Stock market closes, I believe post market closes like 8. I don't know. I'm not a stock market guru here. I trade crypto, but Nasdaq has lost the 50 weekly moving average. That's not good. When Bitcoin loses the 50 weekly moving average, it goes into a bear market. So if the Nasdaq loses its 50 weekly moving average, what does that mean? Well, what it means is, one, the next major support is the 200 weekly moving average. You're talking about a 30% possible drop before we touch support. That's not going to be good for crypto. That, to me, smells like recession. The Dow Jones has lost its 50 weekly moving average. Again, not a good sign for crypto. Again, about a 16, 17, 18% drop before we hit the 200. You know, I never really talk about stocks, but it seems like recession is imminent, and I want you guys to be wary. If you're looking to DCA, maybe hold off a little bit. Maybe play it a little safer here, just because I know we're down 50% from all-time high, but I seriously think Bitcoin will drop below 10,000 if we go into recession. Total charts. Total charts are ugly. We've been talking about this for weeks, how the total charts look like awful. I mean, we had said that we had ultimately lost our upward support line. You know, in November, I was telling people that losing that upward support line was not good, and we were most likely never going to see 60K, at least for the next couple years. And a lot of people told me I was an idiot and told me the bottom was in, and I told them they were wrong. And then they got all mad and called me a sexist. So, whatever. We retested resistance here, or prior support, and then we're continuing down. Ultimately, again, I think total is going to hit this 1.2 to 1 trillion support area. It doesn't really look like there's a lot of support in between where we are now and 1 trillion. Total 2, same thing, lost a 50 weekly moving average, same kind of thing. Total 2 is Ethereum and all the other shit coins. So if you don't know, this is not good for all of that. Total 3, anything but Ethereum and Bitcoin, again, lost the 50 weekly moving average, and again, looking to tumble down to the $400 billion area. Let's even put a support line there. DXY. Guys, I have told you multiple weeks now that this was bullish. And I know a lot of these moon clowns were saying, oh, DXY is breaking down. DXY is going to 92, or DXY bull trap, DXY super bullish for crypto. Like, and I'm over here shaking my head knowing that this is bullish. We have a double bottom. We have an upward move. We overextend over resistance, or prior resistance, back tested as support, and now we're continuing upwards. I've been saying this for weeks. We've been tracking the DXY for weeks. I've said that this was exactly going to happen. And for those of you that have paid attention, thank you, thank you. But not really sure why everyone said that this was bearish. This setup's very bullish. Very, very bullish structure. I mean, the double bottom is to the point. I mean, to the point of symmetry. So, symmetrical patterns generally play out. I don't know why people think they don't, but generally they do. Bitcoin Weekly, moving averages. So, my video director, for those of you that know him in Discord, his name is OtheDirector. Omar, my man, you are correct. We still have plenty of room to go down to 20K. What he's referring to in his comment, or in the chat, is that when we lose the 50, and I'll even show you the Bitstamp chart. The Bitstamp chart goes all the way back to 2013. Sorry about that. And the 200 weekly moving average has been a telltale sign of a bottom. Will this 200 weekly moving average, will it hold as a bottom this time? I'm not sure. Especially with recession kind of looming in there, I'm not sure. But when we lose the 50 weekly moving average, and it looks like we're getting a death cross, we most likely go down to the 200, bounce twice, and then go back up for the bull run. I mean, we did it right here. We lost the 50, dropped 60%, bounced, came back up, bounced again, bull run. Back over here, lost the 50, hit the 200, bounce, new all-time highs. If you're looking to long-term invest crypto, the 200 weekly moving average is a great place to start DCAing. As soon as price hits the 200, you can begin DCAing. Again, that is around 20K. I don't know if I completely recommend starting at the 200, maybe start a little bit above the 200, but all in all, the 200 has been a bottom signal for the bear market bottom. Weekly says below 30K. I mean, absolutely. I have no doubts that we're going below 30K at this point. Monthly MACD is very bad. Yeah. Let's even pull up a monthly. So monthly, yeah, I mean, pretty ugly. Look at that MACD. That's not what you want to see if you're bullish, especially with these divergences. You know, a lot of people said that these divergences played out, and they didn't, and they were wrong. And those are the same people that insulted all of us in our Discord. We're probably one of the few Discords and few groups that's not paid for, that's not shilled on people, that was calling the tops and called the top of the market, especially in April. I was one of the very few people that said the top was in April. And I understand, you know, Bitcoin went up another 6%. You know, that's great. You know, whoop-de-doo. But no, that's not really anything. This looks like the McDonald's sign. This looks like all the Moon Boys' new job. This is a double top all day double top. If we close below 30K, we're definitely going to 20, 100%. At least if you follow technical analysis. Nasdaq is really bad looking. Yeah, I agree with you. Yo, what up, lunatic? How's it going, man? This time we got some action. Yeah, that's why I'm streaming today. I was pretty tired. I took a nap, but I was like, man, I really need to stream. We actually had some action. Jody, a theory stock market didn't change, but people react on slowly increase of interest rates. Do we see a slight drop in continuation? I think we're due for a recession, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think no one wants to accept it, but I think we're due for a recession. And if you have extra cash right now, my recommendation is keep it. Hold on to it. You might need it. Don't go spending extra money that you don't need to spend. Yeah, with that said, I really think a recession's coming. Prepare for it, please. Prepare for it. Don't just walk into a recession and say, oh, I wasn't prepared, because I'm over here telling you that it's most likely going to happen. What happens to Bitcoin if stock market starts bear market and Bitcoin is sitting at the 200 moving average? I mean, Bitcoin's never seen a stock market bear market, so your best guess is mine. I mean, Bitcoin could essentially drop down to zero, especially if no one's investing in it. I mean, when we're in recession, think about it. Think about it this way. If we go through a recession, if the whole entire world goes through an economic collapse for multiple years, so we're talking 2 to 3 years, who's going to buy crypto? Who's going to buy volatile assets? Because those people, a lot of the people that buy assets that aren't just, mega rich people and that have, unlimited money and it doesn't matter what they do, they're spending all their money on living. The cost of living in the United States is up 20 to 25% right now. Any middle class family that was thinking about investing extra cash into the stock market, into real estate, into cryptocurrency, you know what they're doing with their extra cash? They're saving it. They're saving it and using it to live. They're not even saving it. They're just spending it to live. They're spending it on their kids. They're spending it on themselves. Going to the grocery store is getting more expensive. Going out to eat is getting more expensive. Just simple services like calling a plumber, getting more expensive. All of these things are getting more expensive, and this has a ripple effect that I talked about last stream. Whether it's on the stock market, crypto market, and just everything in general. When people have less money to spend, it's not a good thing. You want people to be, gaining wealth, getting richer. You want the cost of things not to be so expensive. And I think we're due for a recession. I think it's time. So you're telling us that the whales are going to dump all their Bitcoin. They already have been. You're late to the party. Bitcoin is going down, but not to zero. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to zero, but I like to take everything into account and say Bitcoin has never seen a recession. What happens when we go into recess? Which is why you buy at the 20 and hold along. Well, if you bought at the 20 weekly moving average, you'd be down 31%. So I wouldn't recommend buying at the 20 weekly moving average. Roman, pat yourself on the back for giving good advice. Your macro and crypto views are spot on, man. Oh, thanks, David. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've dealt with a lot of criticism over the last, I don't know, like 4 or 5 months. People say what they want to say. I never really cared. I just wanted to help you guys and help the people that wanted to listen. I don't really care about people on the internet making fun of me. Doesn't really bother me. Doesn't really affect my day to day. I just, I mean, it's a little annoying, but I just wanted to help you guys. And for those of you that have listened and maybe learned a thing or two, that's awesome. I'm really happy that I was able to help you with that. So we're only going down. No more green candles. No more green candles ever again. Only red candles and purple candles and pink candles and yellow candles and everything that's not a green candle. That's all we're doing. Only red, purple, orange, yellow, pink, magenta, turquoise, gray, black, everything but green. Everything but green. As someone pointed out, selling volume isn't there. It's not. It's not there yet. But I will say that the daily volume, the daily selling volume, not there yet. All of our bottoms, when we bottomed, just zooming out here, I'll even pull up the Coinbase chart. So when we ultimately bottomed, we bottomed here at 3K, lots of volume. We bottomed here at 3K COVID crash, lots of volume. This is bull market, so bottomed here at 30K, lots of volume. Bottomed, we're not bottomed yet, but we still have lots of volume, so we could be approaching a short-term bottom, definitely with these daily red candles. So I don't want to say that volume's not there. It's definitely getting close. I mean, that's a lot of volume. Let's look at the Binance chart. So on Binance, it's actually not as much volume as Coinbase, but overall, still a lot of volume. I don't want to say that that's not a lot of volume. I mean, that's more volume than we've seen since the original drop here from 53K. Things are not looking good. Looking at this daily candle alone, if you ever think that we're just going to bounce with a solid red candle like this, you are completely incorrect. That is about as scary as it gets in terms of more dumpiness going to occur. But back to my Bitcoin daily chart, I talked about the moving averages. I want to brush up on one thing. Guys, I've said this probably 5 to 10 times. When we have a death cross, we have a fake pump, 10 to 15%, and then we dump and follow the current trend. The current trend is down. And you know what people said to me? They said, well, death crosses mean that we're going to bottom. I mean, look what happened in September and October, Roman. We had a death cross and then we bottomed. Shut up. Like, what? Like, what did you tell me? Like, what? No, that's not true. This whole move was spoofed. Come on, man. But regardless, we had our pump, our fake pump, and now we dumped. We dumped, essentially 20%. We dumped 20% since that fake pump. So anyone that bought this top, when I was saying, hey, don't buy that top, now you're down 20% unless your stop loss got hit. So just want to point that out. And another thing, price action. You guys hear me talk about price action a lot. There is no signs of exhaustive price action. And I'd like to argue that this price action is extremely bearish. We have volume going down from the top to the bottom. Sorry, volume going up from the top to the bottom. This is extreme bearish price action with no signs of exhaustion. This means that we are most likely going to continue dropping. Bearish price action is not something to mess with. When we had it over here, we had volume going up as price going down. We ultimately hit 30K, had a nice little relief bounce, and then came back down to 30K 2 more times. Now, I know we made a double bottom here, which is great. Nice bullish reversal pattern for a dead cat bounce. So I would like to imply that although our volume is still increasing, I still think even if we get a relief bounce to 40K, we will revisit 35K once again. I don't see any signs of exhaustion whatsoever. RSI, although being as oversold as it is, if you zoom out and look at prior dumpy moves, so put this in log, put it in auto, maybe even make that just a tad bit smaller. So the dump to 3K, our RSI went all the way down to 8. The COVID crash, we went all the way down to 15. Some of these dumps in here, we went down to 20. Currently, we are at 23. We can still drop about another 10 points in RSI before we start saying the bottom's in. Another 10 points in RSI, I'd say is around the 30K area. So I'd expect the 30K area to have a nice relief bounce. I don't think it'll go past 52K. I really don't even think it'll go past 40K, but time will tell. Time will tell. You sound worried today. Nah, I'm just like drinking and getting drunk, and I'm really happy that we're done. I've been waiting for this day for many days, and I also just woke up from a nap because I was really tired. Don't really have any other explanation than that, other than that I'm drinking, woke up from a nap, and I'm happy I can start DCAing. And what's funny? Like, people are like, oh, he's drinking. He must be in a really bad trade. He must have bought the top. Nah, I didn't buy the top. I actually have stink bids right here, right in that area. I have bids at 32, 31, and 30. Can't wait for them to fill. Crypto Mike, you told it right. Bear market started on May 21st. I already had some discussions on Twitter about that. People don't understand this fake pump. The new all-time high. I mean, yeah, it was a big bull trap. That's all it was. Ultimately, just a huge bull trap. Monthly chart in Bitcoin may vary. We are losing that 20 EMA. No name Ethereum will die because of gas fees. TCA good, but Ethereum just started in... No, Ethereum started before 2017. Ethereum was a thing in 2016, and it's consistently broken all-time highs. But Ethereum does look very ugly. So before I continue with Bitcoin, I want to get this in your guys' heads. Bitcoin dominance. I talked about this on Wednesday. We have a double bottom. Look at this. We have a nice double bottom that just validated. Look at this validated double bottom. I've told you guys 100 times, when Bitcoin starts outperforming altcoins, it means that we are in a bear market. It means that we are most likely dropping in price. As we know, altcoins do a more dramatic version of what Bitcoin does in its moves. So when Bitcoin dumps, alts dump more, which means Bitcoin dominance pumps. When Bitcoin is in a bull market, Bitcoin dominance goes down because altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin, meaning if Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go up even more. Bitcoin dominance is going up and we're dumping. We have validated... Whoa. What just happened? Did anybody just see that? What? That was weird. But anyways, we have validated a double bottom here. We have our first bottom, second bottom, and we are over the neckline. Close the daily above the neckline. This is a valid double bottom, and I expect more pain, especially for altcoins. Could we get a small bounce? Sure, but to be honest, I think we're going to dump more. I think it's coming. The next sport's 30K, and ultimately, I don't see any reason that this is slowing down yet. I mean, we just made a solid red candle to the downside with extremely high volume. Generally, this means that we are going to continue lower. Bottoms up, they meant to say. Bottoms up. Alright, real quick, guys, before I continue, just want to say a couple things. You know, I started my Discord in May? I want to say May. About 6-7 months ago. We're up to about 3,500 members, I believe. It's completely free. I made it to educate those on TA, crypto. If you have any questions, you want to share opinions, it's all there. The link is below. Love to have you there. It's just a great place with great resources. You know, we were calling the tops of this market. We were calling, you know, Bitcoin was not going to get over 670K. We were saying that this whole move was spoofing. We provided evidence of spoofing. We provide TA every day, opinions, yada, yada. I will say it's one of the few Discord groups and few groups that I'm in that was consistent in their bias. I have over 20 trading mentors, and all of them were on the same page. Not all of them, but most of them were on the same page. A couple in particular, Sauce the Pant, has called this move to the absolute highest degree. Big shout out to you if you're watching the stream today, buddy. Good call out. But, you know, just giving the Discord a shout out. We've got a great community, and we'd love to have you if you're willing to let us have you. With that said, I also started teaching trading classes. If you've ever been interested in learning how to trade crypto, trade stocks, trade Forex, trade whatever, I do technical analysis review, risk management, portfolio management, and everything else in details in the chat and in my Discord. So far, we're about 2 weeks in. You know, this is an ongoing course. We can take new members or take new students whenever. It's through Patreon, and all of my students so far have really, really liked all of the lessons. If you need to ask one of them, if you're interested and you want another opinion, you can certainly ask one of them. From what I've understood, they very much enjoy it. They're starting to learn a lot. We're still covering the basics, so you won't fall too far behind. Also, with that said, in Patreon, if you sign up, you can view all of the videos that have been posted so far. There's a live recorded session that is posted right after the session, and you can review it whenever you'd like. I also make PowerPoints for each lesson, and you can view the PowerPoint if you don't want to sit through a whole hour-and-a-half video. With all that said, guys, I'd really, really appreciate a like and subscribe. You know, I've been putting a lot of time and effort into my charts, and any kind of support from you would be greatly appreciated. We're almost to monetization in the YouTube channel. All of my YouTube profits will go either to a long-term Bitcoin investment, and half of it will go to my video editor. For those of you guys who don't know, OtheDirector on my Discord has been busting his ass, making videos, getting our name out there, posting charts, working his butt off, and he deserves it. So any kind of like and subscribe will help him. He also made the intro for the stream, and yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you guys like and subscribe. Do I have access to previous courses if I subscribe on your trading class? Yes, you have access to every single prior class if you sign up now. So all of that prior content is available to you at any time. What I would recommend is if you're going to sign up, since it's January 21st, I would sign up in February. Patreon charges immediately when you sign up and on the 1st of the month. It's entirely up to you. I mean, you're getting all of the prior classes anyways, so realistically it's up to you. But yeah, Brett has said the classes are outstanding. I believe any of my students that are in the live chat right now can fend for it. You know, I really do put a lot of effort into my students. They ask me questions all the time. They have access specifically to me and the trading mentors, and I really do put a lot of time and effort into them. I want to see them grow and turn into you know, successful traders, whether that's swing trading, scalping, or just long-term DCAing and catching the majority of the next bull run, whether it's stock market, crypto, whatever. How do I hire your video editor? You can hit him up in Discord. Feel free to DM him. I'm pretty sure his DMs are open. Yeah, I do make myself pretty available. It just depends. I mean, obviously, I need to sleep, I need to eat, I need to take care of myself. But yeah, if you have questions, like, you can always ask me, and they're in Discord, so I can read them whenever. And you know, I try to answer them to the best of my ability. Sometimes, sometimes one of my trading mentors or one of the other managers in Discord, his name's Stizzy. He's traded as long as I have. He's got an extensive amount of knowledge trading. Sometimes he'll answer them before me, but I always try to answer them when I get them. Again, I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. I've got to sleep and eat and, not just stare at my phone all day. But yes, I do answer questions. I do make plenty of time for my students. And so far, it's been really great, and everyone's learning. I have a full lesson plan that I keep available to myself. I'm willing to post it if need be. It does change, or it is kind of changing, because I'm trying not to go very fast, trying to teach everyone the basics. So yeah, if you're interested, the full details are in my Discord. You can always DM me and ask me any questions either. I mean, that works too. It's me, by the way, Gainsey. What? Yo, Roman, can you show me how to do fractals tools on TradingView? Yeah, I can. Wow, no one's ever asked me something like that before. So what you do is you go to this little tool right here, and you click either bars pattern or ghost feed. You can click bars pattern. You basically just draw, like, grab the fractal that you want, and then just go, oh no, Bitcoin's going to 12K. Just something like that. But yeah, it's under this tool, and it's called bars pattern on TradingView. You might not be able to use it if you don't use premium, and it's way easier to use if you use a desktop PC like I do. But it's completely up to you. All right, let's carry on with this Bitcoin analysis. So, where's the bottom? Everyone's trying to figure it out. Where is the bottom? The bottom, guys, if we're talking about support and resistance, the bottom's 30K. When we start getting into the 40 to 20K levels, there's really only one solid support in between, and it's 30K. I mean, as we can see here, up, down. We go down, up, down, down. 30K, 30K. 40K, or what is this? 40 to 42K, 40 to 42K. So I would argue a bounce from 30 to about 40 to 42K, and then continuing lower into the 20Ks. Very much a likely scenario. I mean, between RSI and price action, I can't imagine that we just dump through 30K. We could. I don't want to make assumptions and say that we won't. We very much could. But looking at RSI, we are definitely very oversold. We're starting to get to levels that we've very much seen briefly or have signaled a bottom. So I don't want to say the bottom's in yet. I don't think it is. I think there's still a lot of selling volume that hasn't come in yet. But all in all, I mean, RSI is very oversold. It wouldn't be a bad decision to try and take a trade around the 30K level. I mean, I have stink bids between 32 and 30K. It's not 100% of my account. It's not even 20% of my account. But I do have bids here in this area because I want to see if I can catch the bounce. Moving forward, MACD. MACD, I had said on the daily we had slight bullish divergence. It looks like that divergence is not playing out. We're curling back below this higher low, and ultimately MACD is starting to look more selling, especially confirmed by all this price action. It's hard to say whether MACD is as accurate as I want it to be. More or less, I use it in confluence with RSI. If RSI is showing divergences and MACD is showing divergences, similar to, this move in June and July, then we can say, okay, there's divergences in both, most likely a reversal. But all in all, I mean, I'm expecting the same chop that happened here to happen over here. Maybe we get a small bounce and then continue lower. But guys, when we're in a bear market and things are selling, they can sell very quickly. It's different than a bull market. In a bull market, there's build up. You go up and up and up and up. In a bear market, it's just bam, down. It's just bam and down. I mean, look at this. Look how violent these moves are. It's down, sideways, down, sideways, down. I mean, they're very violent, whereas in the bull run, it's very gradual, it's very, and when we go parabolic, it's very explosive, but generally it's very, very gradual. I mean, very gradual on the way up. I mean, this is way more violent, and especially in 2018, that's a very violent drop. All right, let's keep moving in. Let's keep moving. 12 hour. 12 hour. Yeah, we have stacking volume candles here as we're losing this support area. This didn't end up being a double bottom. You know, I had wanted it to be. I did take a long at 41,000. It was 5% of my account with a 3% stop loss. Fortunately, I only lost, you know, I barely lost anything. I honestly didn't think it was going to play out, but I said, okay, you know, we're at support. Why not try and long? We have a possible double bottom, you know, some possible divergences. Now we can clearly see there aren't any divergences anymore, and we're most likely going to continue down. This prior support is now going to act as resistance, so if we do get a bounce, we'll most likely see 40K and then continuation to the downside. All in all, our downtrend line is still intact. We've rejected, once, twice, and now 3 times. So this line is very much, very accurate in my opinion. Yo, what up, Troy? I remind you of Shia LaBeouf. That's cool. I liked him in Transformers. Yeah, I don't know. My camera sucks, so it doesn't really do it justice, and I wear these stupid glasses. If Bitcoin drops at the levels you've mentioned, that means that the fundamentals of cryptos lose their value. Price is just numbers. Do you believe that smart contracts and all those companies disappear? I think that I've said this 1,000 times, that altcoins will most likely lose 99% of their value or never exist again. And 90% of those altcoins that I just said will never, ever, ever break prior all-time highs. So for those of you that are like, oh, altcoins are the shit, altcoins are the way, altcoins are this, altcoins are that, you're about to learn why I don't invest in altcoins. You're about to learn why I don't long altcoins for a long period of time. You're about to learn the hard way. Do I use leverage? No, I don't use leverage, and I don't recommend that anyone uses leverage. I would say that, oh, yo, what up, OneScape? I would say that if you're using leverage, you're trying to sprint, and when you sprint and fall, you can break your legs. Trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't try and rush it. It took me a while to figure that out. Manage your risk accordingly, and don't overexpose yourself to risk. Taking on more risk than you can handle will make you emotional. It will not allow you to let your winners win. You'll close trades early. You'll hold losers longer, and ultimately, it's just don't use leverage. Leverage is designed to make you lose. If you guys didn't know, like, there's no way, if more people were winning on leverage trades, these exchanges and brokerages couldn't afford that. Like, I'm pretty sure like 95% of people that use leverage lose. So why would you use leverage? Is XRP dead? XRP's been dead since 2017, brother. How long do you think this bear market will take? On average, the bottom's in 36 weeks from all-time high. Actually, 36 weeks from the break of the 50 weekly moving average. But the stock market looks like it's going into a recession. So I don't want to say 36 weeks. I think we've just got to look for positives in the world. I mean, the world looks pretty bad right now. Binance stopped futures in the Netherlands, so I can't short Bitcoin on exchange anymore. What exchange? Femex. Femex is pretty good. Didn't they say when Moon Boys say XRP to the moon, it's the bear market? Yeah, but technically we've been a bear market since 2017 because XRP's never gone to the moon and it's never broken prior all-time high. I am all in cash, just being patient. Yeah, that's a good strategy. Be patient. I always say, be patient, use risk management, and good luck. Having a little luck is always a good thing. Yeah, it's not a good idea to overexpose yourself. Yeah, I mean, I try to tell everyone, as great as it is, you make a huge leverage trade, you make a huge gain. That's awesome. But what happens when you lose? How big is your loss? How much of your account have you lost? Because now you have to make an even larger gain to make the rest of your account back. Can I look at ALBT? Unfortunately, I'm not really going to look at any small cap alts anymore. I think small caps are done for. Do you think we should all be in USD as it's the only thing going up? Man, the only thing that's going up is, you know what I'm saying? No, I think USDT is gonna be fine. I don't think Tether is gonna collapse. I don't think that's gonna. All right. Let's get to the 4 hour. Getting way too distracted here, but 12 hour, yeah, RSI not looking good. 4 hour. So we closed a pretty hefty 4 hour candle. That's pretty solid. Lots of volume. Volume very much going up. I don't think the sell-off's over. I don't think it's over. Everything kind of looks pretty ugly. I mean, like I said, we have volume going up. We lost our area of support. We're going down. The next one is 29 to 30K. This is pretty ugly. I mean, we could very much drop 15% tonight. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. If we did drop 15%, like if we did a wick to 29K, I would expect us to go back to 33, 34K and then slowly retest 40K and then more downside. Similar to what happened over here where we got this 42K test, slowly climbed back to 52 to retest and then, ultimately went back down. But yeah, 4 hour. I mean, MACD, no signs of reversal. RSI, no signs of divergence anymore. Very much oversold. Could a bounce be in soon? Sure. But also, this could mean that selling is starting to pick up more. Just because we're oversold doesn't mean we won't go parabolically oversold. That's very likely that we could see a massive move to the downside soon, which is the same thing that happened over here. We started approaching oversold at about 53K. We ended up dropping another, 20%? Another 20%. Although we had a nice bounce, we were very much oversold during that whole entire time period. So we could still go much further down. I mean, RSI was 15. We're at 21. We can still go down even more. The best leverage for now is to put your USDT, USDC on 8 to 10% a year. Yeah, do it. Put it in BlockFi. 10% a year. Parabolically oversold. I mean, we're pretty much getting there. In a bear, and guys, I want to clarify something real quick. In a bull market, what I don't understand is why in a bull market is this okay and people are cool with being as overbought as we are, which is completely normal in a bull market, right? You're supposed to be overbought. People are buying. We're going parabolic. People are buying. Okay, so if we talk about a bear market, we're going to get some of this, right? We're going to see this. Parabolically oversold, parabolically overbought. In a bull market, we should be parabolically overbought. In a bear market, we should be parabolically oversold. You know what I'm saying? Come on, put the two together, the inverses. Yeah, you guys get it. So I want to say that being oversold in this area, that's completely normal and that's okay. This is a bear market. Just because we hit the bottom of RSI does not mean that we've bottomed. I don't even see any type of reversal pattern printing. We have a very solid candle here. It's it's over. It's ugly. Ugly. Oh, God, that's a lot of whiskey. Jesus. All right, let's look at some other fancy indicators. All right, 3-day. Ichimoku cloud. Oh, well, okay, that's pretty. Price action here for the 3-day. Wow, that's bearish. Volume is steadily increasing as we're dropping. We have lost the cloud. For those of you that don't remember, I had my good buddy Egris on stream a couple weeks ago. Good buddy Egris. We had talked about if we lose this area on Ichimoku cloud on the 2-day, it constitutes a 30% drop. 30%. Oh, okay. Well, that's 40%. But look at that. We hit the 30% drop that we were predicting. Look at that. I actually want to screenshot this because I need a second. Sorry about that, guys. Just got to save that for later. Good stuff. Got to send that to good buddy Egris. Yeah, we had Egris on stream a couple weeks ago. We talked about losing the 2-day Ichimoku cloud with a retest. Constitutes between a 30 to 50% downside. 50% being 30K, 30% being, well, where we are now. All in all, looks like that is still confirmed. Looking back in the past, whenever we lost the 2-day Ichimoku cloud, again, large dumps followed. You can do your own research for yourself, but for now, I love that that's as accurate as it was. I mean, sometimes it just plays out like that, and great to see that. All right, let's look at the good old 1 hour. We've done everything else. Let's look at the good old 1 hour. 1 hour, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like selling slowing down at all. Very much oversold. But, again, we talked about being parabolically oversold, which is completely normal in a bear market. This doesn't look like it's slowing down, not in the slightest. We have volume going up, price going down. Next support's 30K. I think we're just going to eat down to 30K. Could we go lower? Sure. Could absolutely go lower. I mean, for those of you that say, oh, we're going to stop at 30K and bounce. Okay, well, let me show you something real quick. Let me show you my good buddy, the COVID crash. This is my good friend, the COVID crash. When we crashed during COVID, we dropped 52% in a day and a half. Okay? 52%. 52% in a day and a half. 52% in a day and a half. Bitcoin doesn't give a rat's ass about your indicators. Sometimes. Most of the time it follows it. But when we're dumping, when people get scared, when people start selling their coins, do you know how many times people are like, oh, we'll bounce at 6K? Okay, well, 6K was, no, it wasn't 6K. Wasn't 4 or 5K. It was 3,800. Over the course of 2 weeks, we dropped 64%. 64%. Look how oversold we were. Look at, I mean, I can zoom out and we can look at a 1 hour and we can see how far RSI went down. See, let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? This is going to take a minute. Apologies. Let's see, July 20. Look at that, March 20. Here we go. COVID crash. Here's your COVID crash on a 1 hour time frame. Look how oversold that was for multiple days in a row. Look what ultimately happened the entire time. We remained oversold. We never really bounced. I mean, we bounced over here and we went 7%. Is 7% worth possibly taking a 52% loss? Hell no. Hell no. This could very well just do this. I mean, very well just go sideways and dump even more. So I want you guys to be careful. I mean, I know this was a black swan event. It was COVID. But we're also looking at the possibility of a recession within the stock market. And I want you guys to realize that if that is the case, Bitcoin could drop another 50% from where we are, even though this daily is very oversold. Very oversold. No name. Man, so many YouTubers selling courses and have no idea what they're talking about. Then they say they're not experts when they're wrong 50 times in a row, but you actually know your trade. I mean, look, man, if I'm going to be completely honest, all those YouTubers suck. And, you know, when they suck, because they suck, they're terrible, they're awful. And I'm a YouTuber. Shit, I just set myself up. Just kidding. So, okay, look. There's an argument to be made there. The thing that a lot of these experts don't do is they don't teach proper risk management. I try to tell my students, you know, I told them yesterday, I said, guys, please don't get discouraged. You know, I told you to take a, possibly, I didn't tell them to take a long. I said, I'm taking a long here. Might not be a bad idea. But I implied, guys, we have a lot of things looming over the top of us. Take a smaller position. Take smaller risk. Don't risk more than 1 to 2% of your total portfolio. And especially on this trade, I wouldn't risk more than 0.5% of my portfolio, which I didn't. And a lot of these experts, what they don't do is they don't teach you risk management. They say, oh, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning, I'm winning. And then when they lose, they're like, oh, it's your fault. And oh, it's that. Like, no, when I lose or my students lose, I say, okay, how is your risk managed? What could you have done better? What are the things that you could have capitalized on? And we move from there. You know, the best traders are right 49% of the time, right? 49%. That means that you're hitting about 50-50. If you're hitting about 50-50, that means you're losing 50% of the time, right? So what that implies is, how are you taking your losses? Are you taking large losses? Are you taking small losses? How are you winning? Are you winning big or are you winning small? And the whole point that I try to provide to my students that I did the first week was risk management. I said, you guys need to keep your risk managed well. I always say it, risk management. Use risk management. Don't take large losses. Don't use leverage. Don't do this. Realize what's happening on the chart. Buy with multiple things happening. You know, don't just blatantly buy. Just because there's red on the chart doesn't mean buy. The whole point I'm trying to provide is there are ways to trade, right? There are ways to trade. There are ways to trade with, it's hard to explain, but there are ways to trade and win even if you're losing 80% of the time, as long as you have your risk managed properly. If you are risking 0.5 to 2%, you have the availability to trade 50 to 200 times. If you are risking 10% of your account, you only get 10 trades. You have a 1 in 3 million chance of getting stopped or liquidated or completely, done. You're done trading 1 in 3 million times if you use the strategy that I teach. If you use the Moon Boy 10 to 20% loss, you get 10 trades, 5 trades, I believe you have a 1 in 32 chance of having your account completely zeroed out. And that's what I try to provide. I try to give you guys, trading is a game of probability. And you want probability on your side. That's what I'm trying to say. Great, and I've never taken any profit in 15 months. Well, sucks. Roman, I don't know if this has been asked before, but how did you get into trading and what are your goals for the future? I got into trading in high school when I was a wee lad, about 10 years ago. I got into trading in high school. I was in like an intro to finance class in high school. Didn't know anything about finance. Didn't know I'd find a passion in finance. But we did like a portfolio trading thing. Like it was a mock portfolio trading exercise where you're given like $100,000 of play money, and you essentially invest over 3 months, and then they'd say, all right, you're in a group too, and you say, oh, this group outperformed this one, what was your strategy? We're a bunch of high school kids. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was really interested and I wanted to learn. And in college, I took a portfolio management and investment class, and I did the same thing that I did in high school, but I beat everybody. And I started learning TA, and I started learning how to trade like biotech stocks. And I had some good trades in college where I was able to pay off books and stuff. And then when I graduated college, I wanted to do something with my time. I wanted to learn something new and keep learning what I've learned in the past. And I got serious about trading. I was like, no, I'm going to take this seriously. So I got into trading. I sucked at it for a while, and then I got good, and then I sucked again. And then I got really good at it. And then I developed a system. And then I started, teaching people. And it's my passion. I've been doing it for 5 years. And it's my passion. 5 years isn't a long time as a trader. But it certainly is. I'm certainly surrounded by trading every single day. I'm surrounded by the macro markets every day, finance every day. It's what I'm passionate about. So I really like it. Roman, I have a high prediction for more than 97% in analysis. I'm educating myself daily for more than 2 years. You want me to show you how to predict? No. I don't use other people's strategies, man. Sorry about that. But you can show my Discord. You can, maybe I'll look into it if it does something new for me. This volume and the daily close is enough confirmation for you. Enough confirmation for what? Bitcoin will end up where and Netflix ended today? Maybe. Those YouTubers I watch even think Bitcoin 100K. Yeah, I mean, I was telling you guys Bitcoin's not going to 100K. We don't have the buying volume for that. El Salvador's just bought 410 Bitcoin now. Do you think he is serious? I think he's a complete idiot, and his investment is, I believe he's down 25, or no, he's down 40% on his investment, so he's screwed. What whiskey are you drinking, Roman? Red Breast here. Try it. It's good. I drink Jack Daniels and Maker's Mark. I don't really drink a lot of other whiskeys. I really like Maker's. I'm a good old Kentucky boy. So, yeah, I really like my Kentucky whiskeys. But I'll give it a try for sure if I see it. Oh, this question. Do you think Elliott waves are useful for trading? Do you use them? All right, I'm going to be real honest. Let me get really real. Let me sit on my chair. Hold up. Elliott waves are completely useless, and it's the most inconsistent theory in trading. Don't use Elliott waves. Hopefully that answers your question. I had a guy come in to my Discord, and I made him a trading mentor. You know, I'm not going to give his name, but he became a trading mentor, and he was, like, really good at Elliott waves, right? And he said, gave me his whole grand primary Bitcoin crypto wave count with its inter wave counts and its ABC, GFE, ZXY bullshit. And this guy ended up being so wrong, and he threw a fit when he was wrong. Elliott wave traders, I mean, nothing wrong with you. If you find success in it, continue using it. You know, it's all you. But I don't use them because they're very inconsistent, and I find that everyone has their own theory. And, you know, you throw 1,000 darts at a dartboard, right? You're going to hit the bullseye at some point, so someone's going to be right. I think Elliott wave theory is very inconsistent. Roman, if you would be down 20% now, would you hold or sell? I got alts and Bitcoin. Well, I wouldn't hold a 20% loss, but yeah, I'd probably sell. Crown Royale is... Crown Royale. Why is that giving my brain... Oh, it's your favorite whiskey? Marie, the class is great. Ask me about it. Thank you, Marie. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my students really like it. If you guys are interested in it, I'm sure a lot of my students will, you know, give you answers if you need them. But all right, let's look at Ethereum and call it a day. It's been about an hour, and I want to keep drinking. Got the Bengals game tomorrow. I gotta be prepared to possibly lose, but we won a playoff game, and it's been 31 years, and I'm happy for it. So Ethereum, talked about this ascending wedge. We broke down, retested, and now we're going. Well, I guess we're going to the dark hole underground because this thing is lost its major support level at about, you know, 2800. This is not good for Ethereum. Similar to Bitcoin, we've lost a major support level, whereas the next one, I mean, you could argue anywhere in the 23 to 1700 level. I would argue 1700 before anything else. I think Ethereum's due for a major crash, just like most altcoins are. I don't think we're going to get the god tier bounce that everyone thinks we're getting. You know, it could happen, but the charts look very bearish. I'd be very careful here, guys. I'd be very, very careful. Damn, Phantom going up again makes me want to FOMO. All right, what is the symbol for Phantom so we can clear the air? FTM. Phantom going up again makes me want to FOMO. You really want to buy a double top, brother? Come on. Come on, man. That's a double top. Don't buy the double top. It's been 35 minutes of the new day. Don't buy the double top. Even in here, double top. Don't buy the double top, man. Don't do that. Does Bukele follow your course? I don't know what that means. You real honest. Only started following. Jay. Thank you. Try to be as honest as I can. Kirkland Tequila Tequila's good, but I gotta drink it in like a frozen margarita. I don't know. Tequila, one, it makes your clothes fall off, and two, it makes you throw up while your clothes are falling off, and you never want to be naked throwing up, especially in front of a date. It's just awkward. What do you think about smart money, way, and trade? FIBO, SM. I think all those coins are gonna do what every altcoin has done in the bear market and lose 99% of their quadruple top. I mean, yeah, but ultimately, I mean, just look at a weekly. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't buy that if I were you. That's pretty ugly. That's pretty ugly. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it here. I want to play some Apex or go eat or something. But yeah, I hope you guys got something out of today. If you're interested in the trading courses, all the details are in Discord. You can DM myself, or if you want to ask a trading student, see if it's worth it. You certainly can. All the details are in my Discord. Speaking of Discord, please join our Discord. We'd love to have you. We just went public with Discord. We're a top 5 trading Discord. We have about 3,500 members now. Yes, there are some bots. We have some solutions for this. I've installed an anti-bot software into Discord that will remove the bots. But for now, it's a pretty good area. It's a pretty good community. We talk about trading. We talk about, we teach each other. We're learning. We're taking different opinions. We post analysis. I have 20 plus trading mentors that, if you want, they'll help you. And with all that said, guys, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. It'd mean a lot to me. I put a lot of time and effort in. I do this all for you. I don't even get paid by YouTube yet. But yeah, I'd really appreciate any kind of support. It'd mean a lot. And with all that said, guys, please be patient. Be patient, especially right now. Use risk management, and good luck trading.